Hi everyone, in this video we are going to talk about the registration of business in Germany. So let's quickly check what are the points of discussion. First we will talk about the types of business and business activities that you can perform under certain type of business. What are the requirements for the registration of business? We will talk about documents that you require for the registration and cost. Where and how you can register your business. This process is called Gewerbeanmeldung. If there are certain changes in your business, then you are required to register these changes with the relevant authorities. This process is called UMMELDUNG. And if at certain point of time you find that you are not going to continue with your business activities and you want to stop business activities, then you have to deregister your business, and this process is called Abmeldung. And in the final section of video, we will talk about how you can file the tax return. So let's start with the types of business. There are different legal forms of business in Germany, but usually people select three types when they start with the business. One of this is individual enterprise or Einzelunternehmen. The other one is UG or UG. The third one is GmbH or GmbH. And we have selected individual enterprise for today's video because it's very simple to register and you do not need any capital to show at the time of registration. So even if you have €0 in your account, you can start Einzelunternehmen. Now let's see that what are the type of activities that you can perform. If you intend to sell goods or trade in goods, then individual enterprise is the best option for you. You can sell the goods or products online or in some shop. The online goods can be sold on any website. You can create your own website or you can sell the goods on the eBay. And the second type of business activity that you can perform is to provide services in any domain. So let's now check about the requirements. You can check the requirement whether you are allowed to do business or not. You just check your residence permit, and if on your residence permit you find a phrase Erwerbtätigkeit gestattet, it means that you are allowed to do business and you can register your business only if this phrase is written on your residence permit. If you are a student, you are usually not allowed to do business and you have specially written Erwerbtätigkeit nicht gestattet. But once you have permanent residency or Niederlassungserlaubnis, then you will find uh, Erwerbtätigkeit gestattet written on your residence permit or your Niederlassungserlaubnis. Now, if you are working as an employee at some company in some engineering or IT domain, and you want to provide services to some other company, then you have to get permission from your current employer that you will be required to do this particular task, because this can be the case that you are intending to provide your services in the same domain where you are currently employed. So if you are doing currently software development or software testing and you want to register your business through which you provide these services, software development or software testing, to some other company, your current employer may not permit you to start this Einzelunternehmen or provide these services because this is the conflict of interest and you may not get permission to start a business. So it's important that whatever type of services you are going to provide, you notify your current employer and you get a permission or written permission that you are allowed to provide these services, because this can cause issues to you at later stage of um, business activities. Now let's talk about the documents and cost of registration. The very first document is the application form. This application form is usually available on the website of the city administration. If you are living in Frankfurt, for example, you can just Google Gewerbeanmeldung in Frankfurt and you will find a form. Similarly, you can check for your own city. You just type in Google Gewerbeanmeldung and the name of your city, and you will find the application form. In your application form, you have to provide your personal details, and you have to provide the description of activity, which means what type of activities, what products you are going to sell. This you have to provide in the application form. Now here it is important to note that you keep this activity a bit general, because uh, every time you want to update, or if you want to add more products to your business activity, then you have to get the you have to register these changes to the Gewerbe Stelle, and every time you register changes, you have to pay certain amount. Therefore, it is, if you intend to start any business related to textile selling, for example, you want to start towels and you intend to expand or include further textile items at later stage, it's good for you that you in the first registration you mention only textile items and not the towels only. Because if you start with towels and later stage after 2-3 months you uh, want to add also bed sheets into the towels, then you have to get this updated, and for this updation you need to pay certain amount. Therefore keep it general, so that you do not need to update it very frequently, and you do not need to give money on each update. The second document is your passport and Aufenthaltstitel or Niederlassungserlaubnis, which shows that you are uh, allowed to work, which means Erwerbtätigkeit gestattet is written on your Aufenthaltstitel. And you can be also asked about the Anmeldebestätigung. The cost of registration varies from 25 to 40 euros approximately. So depending on the city, the cost may vary from 25 to 40 euros. Now let's see where you can register and how you can register your business. Now, the city administration or Stadtverwaltung has one public order office which is called Ordnungsamt, and this Ordnungsamt has one section which is called Trade Office or Gewerbestelle, and that is the relevant office for you to register your Einzelunternehmen or your Gewerbe. So you have to find out where you have to go. Simply write in Google that Gewerbeanmeldung, and then you write the name of your city, and you will usually find your relevant office. Once you have registered your business, you will get a Gewerbeschein, which is the trade license, and which means that you have got the permission, you have registered your business, and you have got the permission to run your business. And once this Gewerbeschein is issued to you, your data is transferred to certain other offices, which include Finanzamt or the tax office, and also IHK or IHK. So the Gewerbestelle will inform Finanzamt and other offices automatically that you have registered this business and you are running this business. Now, Finanzamt and other authorities will get to know about your business through your business registration, and you do not need to inform them individually. So now let's see that what are the scenarios under which you have to register changes in your business, and these are, if you change any, if there is any change in the goods or services that you are providing, you have to register the changes, and this process is called Ummeldung. As I gave an example in the beginning, if you started with business of towels and you want to, and you have mentioned in the business description of activities that you will sell towels, and you at a later stage you want to include also bed sheets, for example, then you have to get it updated, and this will cost money. The second possible scenario is that your address is changed, so you shift from one city to another city. In this case, you are required to notify, and in this case, only Ummeldung will not help alone. You are required to first deregister your business from the current location where you were living previously, and then you have to do a new registration of the business at a new location. So in this way you will uh, complete the Ummeldung in two steps. First a deregistration from the current location, and then the new registration at a new location. And for both these activities you are required to pay certain amount. In some cases, in some cities, you may not need to pay for the deregistration, but there can be a case that for the deregistration you are also required to pay certain amount. Now let's check the deregistration process or the Abmeldung. It is mandatory if you are running a business and that you stop your business activities for whatever reason. It's mandatory to deregister your business, and for the deregistration there is again one form, and you have to visit the same office where you registered your business, and you have to pay a deregistration fee for this deregistration of business or Abmeldung. And the same way as tax office or finance was notified at the time of registration, by at the time of deregistration, Finanzamt and other offices or other authorities will also be notified that you have stopped doing this business and you are not running this business anymore. Now let's see the tax return process. If you are running the Einzelunternehmen, you have to file the tax return or the income tax return yearly. If the turnover even in the previous calendar year was less than 17,500 euros, and the expected turnover is not more than 50,000 euros in the current calendar year. So if these two conditions are met, you are required to file your tax return on a yearly basis like you file your normal tax return. But if these conditions are uh, not valid, that you let's say your turnover was more than 17,500 and you are expecting a, an increase in the turnover more than 50,000, then you may have, the Finanzamt will get in contact with you, and you may have to uh, do the file or you have to file the tax return maybe um, every 3 months or every month, depending on how much is the increase. So this is all about the tax return. I hope this information was helpful for you in order to get start. Now, I will put couple of links also to the description of this video so that you can get a detailed information. Please provide your feedback, and don't forget to subscribe the channel, because we will bring more videos and more information in the next days. So thank you for watching the video, and good luck for your business.